here at Mirage Dry Lakebed. This is basically where racing started, was on the dry lake beds of Southern California. It's interesting because one of the great things about Mirage and one of the great things about this type of racing is it's really a grassroots style motorsports type event. There is everything out here. You're going to see everything from literally mopeds that set records out here at 37 miles an hour to cars like my GTR. I have a 2009 Nissan GTR. We've got Lakesters out here. This is a Suzuki Swift that just has a turbocharged motor and it runs 115 mile an hour every time to 32 Ford Roadsters. You're going to see everything out here. So basically, if you've got something in your backyard that that has weeds growing around it, put a roll cage in it and come out here and race with it. I don't know, I'm guessing. One of the vehicles that I'm working on right now is, and I'm one of these that is, I am kind of a sucker for the history and that old style look. I'm building a belly tank Lakester with a flathead motor in it just to come out here and compete in that class, because I want to take that, I want to do an old school car and come out here, and it's gonna have new school money in it, unfortunately, but it's the spirit of the race, and that's what I really want to get after here is the spirit of the race. And it goes from, it's north, south, east, and west. Whatever you can dream up, you can come out here and do.
Good. Hi. How is that? They can't get out of the way.
Fun, you know. It's like being at the beach without the water. I run a 1965 Aramaki Sprint 350cc in the pushrod fuel class. It's cheaper with the bikes than it is with a car, so I squeak by, you know. It's a lot of eBay parts. I hold the record at 114.231, and I'm trying to beat that today. I already ran once, went 111, not so good. So put a little different tune on it, and gonna shoot for my record of 114.231 miles an hour.
Well, in the morning, like this morning, our density altitude, because it takes DA to make horsepower. The longer you go through the day, like for example, I think our standard regular altitude here is like 2,200 feet. So as it gets hotter and as the humidity goes away, the high pressure comes in and the density altitude goes away. Like right now, it's up almost 5,000 feet of air right now. So you're basically running equivalent to mile high. So if you have a naturally aspirated engine, you really want to run early in the morning because that's when the air is still good. If you have a turbocharged or supercharged car, you just put some more boost to it and it's not a big deal. You bring your own atmosphere anyway. But on the naturally aspirated cars, you really want to run really early. And that's when the course is the best too. Because as the cars go over this course, and you can see that it's just dirt, that dirt turns to kind of it gets a fine powder or dust over the top of it. When it gets that fine dust, it basically makes it very, very slippery. And the longer you go out throughout the day, the slipperier the course gets. There's really nothing to hit out here. We're a long ways away from, we're about a quarter of a mile away on either side of the course. So there's really nothing to run into. And honestly, the safety rules, it kind of started out here. Roll cages and roll bars and things like that started back in the day. I know we see vintage pictures where they're just wearing a piff hat and a t-shirt. Well, those days are gone. We have full fire systems, full fire suits. Any car going over 150 miles an hour is required to have a parachute. In order for that car to get teched out here, you're required to pull that parachute on a shakedown pass with the car just to make sure everything works. So the safety standards out here are very stringent and really designed to keep the racer safe.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
We do have some pretty serious accidents. There have been some bad accidents out here. It does happen. There's nothing to hit, but when the car goes sideways on the dirt, sometimes the dirt's real hard like it is right now and the car will just slide. Other times that dirt will kind of chip away and it'll get soft spots and that car will go sideways. It'll catch just right and they'll barrel roll, and it does happen. That's the starting line. It's pretty dusty out there. Next on course, bike number 1066, bike number 1066.
We got one in front of us. One in front of us. Well, put the helmet on. Don't put this on. You just hold the bike right now. This is a YZ85 based Yamaha with two transmissions, and gives us 11 gears. The rest of it's all homemade. My wife says I can't catch on fire. She wants me back. The record is 99. So I guess I'm aiming for, I'd be happy for 85 today. But we'll get to 99 someday. And you know what? I don't even ride motorcycles.
This is a 1929 Ford Model A Roadster with a 255 cubic inch V8 with a very large turbocharger. My dad and I built this car about 15 years ago. He's the brains of the operation. Last November we ran 212 miles an hour. Today we're trying to go about 205. Made a first pass at 197. It's a hobby. I tell my wife it keeps me out of the bars at night. You know, I was raised out here, so it's special for me because I was coming out here when I was 2 and 3 years old. So this is my thing.
And this is part of our history and part of our heritage, and this is it's a real special place, and I'm glad you came out here to join us.